So welcome students to this optimization class, and in this class I will tell you something important for the end semester examination. So in the last days when we were having classes, we were in module 3 and I discussed with you this simplex search method. So from here you can find out the outline of this module 3. You can see that module 3 is for multivariable optimization algorithm, means x1, x2, x3, all these variables can be there, but if you will see this module 2, it is one dimensional function, only one variable was there, but here now you can see that we have got 2 variables, 3 variable or 4 variables and more. So this is multivariable optimization, and here optimality criteria you know very well. It is just like module 2, means on what criteria you will decide the maximum minimum, that is the gradient equal to 0, and then again you differentiate the function. It is that kind of thing is you already know this. Then we come to this section that basically it has got 2 methods in this. This is direct search methods. You can see first type of methods here in this module 3 is direct search method, and second type are gradient based methods. Okay, so in this direct search method we had completed this simplex search method, and evolutionary optimization method you can search on net, because we will not have any numerical based on this. If you are interested in these methods, you can search the net, because it is based upon just like the biological organisms propagate on the earth, the same way, the same kind of copy has been done in this method. And next comes I have discussed this method very well. Then comes Powell's conjugate direction method. I will give you some important point and also some material to read on this method, and very simple questions will be asked in this. So first type of methods are direct search method, and second are gradient based methods. I will discuss Cauchy method in brief, and also I will discuss Newton's method. So this part is important for your end semester examination, and if I have time then I can discuss it this thing also, but the minimum thing that we want to do for the end semester examination is this. So all the material I will provide on this whatever topics are in this category. Now I would like to elaborate all the topics that were there in the syllabus that we just discussed. So it is part of some text. So here you all those methods of the module 3 have been discussed. Here you can see that it is saying that classification of unconstrained minimization methods. So don't go to this heading this much, but just think that all the methods that you are concerned with multivariate optimization are here. So I would like to bring it to in the focus. So here it is saying that several methods are available for solving these optimization problem. These methods can be classified into 2 broad categories. So direct search methods and descent method. Descent means gradient based, that is in which we take the derivative. Okay, so you don't get confused by that. It is the derivative. We will find the derivative of the functions in this, but here in direct search method we will not find the derivative of the functions. Just you saw in the simplex method we did not find any derivative, we just compared the values. Okay, the direct search methods require only the objective function values, but not the partial derivative of the function in finding the minimum, and hence they are called non-gradient methods. So derivative the method in which we find the derivative you have been doing from your school days, like find the first derivative and then make it equal to 0, and then find the second derivative. On the basis of that you find the maxima or minimum. So you have been doing all these things, so it is nothing new, but actually it has been applied to multivariable problems, like there will be many variables. So okay, we were here in direct search method, in which we will not find any derivative. So these are called non-gradient methods. Okay, the direct search methods are also known as zero order methods. Okay, you will remember this point. Direct search method are known as zero order methods because they use zero order derivatives of the function. It means that they are not using any derivative. Zero order means the function direct the function value we are using. We are not using any differentiation or something like that. And these methods are most suitable for solving simple problems involving a relatively small number of variables. Okay, whenever there are a small number of variables, you can use these methods. These methods are in general less efficient than the descent method. The descent method means the gradient based method. The direct search methods are less efficient, as you saw in simplex method, that how much there were so many calculations in that. The descent method the descent techniques require, in addition to the function values, the first and in some cases the second derivative of the objective function. Since more information about the function being minimized is used, so these methods are more efficient than the direct search method, and also these methods are known as gradient methods. So here you can see that descent method they have classified it, and direct search method, and these are more efficient because they are using more values, more information about the function because of the derivative. And now here you can see that the classification: random search method, grid search method, univariate method, pattern search method. In this Powell's method we will study, and the simplex method we have studied it. So two methods we will study: simplex method and Powell's method. And after then, in this gradient method, we will study steepest descent Cauchy method and Newton's method. So these two methods from here and two methods from here are sufficient for your examination point of view. So let's start with this simple method, and it is gradient method. And in this method you saw that there were Cauchy method and Newton's method. So first we will take Newton's method because it is simpler. So I am just writing a problem here to solve so that you can understand it in a better way. Here you can see the problem: minimize the function. This is the function x1 square plus x2. It is a function of two variables, x1 and x2, 14x1 plus 14x2 plus 100. And then you have to use the Newton's method to minimize this function, and the starting point that you will take, it will be the starting point. From 0 0 you will start. It's like this. From here, this point you will start and go for the minimum. So let's see how to do it. So first we will find the gradient of the function. Gradient is nothing but just the d over dx of function. So if the function is a very simple function like x square, so we can directly find it. But here you can see that there are two variables, x1 and x2, so we have to find it. The means method is the same, but it has become it involves matrix actually. How you will find the gradient of this function? It is like this. There are two variables, then you will make a matrix like this, and here the first element, that will be this. You will partially differentiate it with respect to x1 and partially differentiate with respect to x2, this function. So when you will differentiate it with respect to x1, what function you will get? Just x1, 2x1 plus, this will be 0 because this will be taken as constant, and here plus 14. Okay, and this will be 0 and this will be 0. So 2x1 plus 14. And the same way, if you will do, if you will partially differentiate it with respect to x2, then you will find this. So I hope the point is clear now. So let's call it equation 1. Now the second step is to find the Hessian matrix, that is denoted by H, and Hessian matrix we will find at the starting point, that is the point 0 0. Hessian matrix. So this is the step 1. Step 2 is to find the Hessian matrix. So how to find the Hessian matrix, you know already very well. So you can find the Hessian matrix at this point yourself, and I'm just writing the result directly, because I have explained this very well in previous video lectures. So this is your Hessian matrix. We can call it equation 2. And then in this method what we have to do is that the formula to use, this here I am writing the third step, the formula to find the next point. Means if I can show you in the graph this way, then this was your starting point and it is called this. So you will go here, you will find the next point. This is point 1. So second point, this, how you will decide this second point. So the formula is given here for the second point, and it is given this way. Actually, you know, this is actually bold, in bold, or what you can say that in a state of bold you can use capital letter also, because it involves 2 points, x1 and x2. Okay, so you just don't think that it is just simply x. It involves 2 points, x1 and x2. So again I write here, the next point formula is given by this minus, just see it carefully, inverse of Hessian matrix. The Hessian matrix in equation number 2, you will take the inverse of this Hessian matrix, and then you will multiply it by the gradient of the function at the starting point. So this is the formula, important formula that you have to remember. In Newton's method you will use this formula. So in this formula, first let's find the value of gradient at point x1. So gradient is this is your gradient, so I'm writing it again here. So this is the equation for gradient, and we have to find at x1 is 0 0. So at x1 the gradient will be given by this way, and you will put 0 0 here, x1 0, 0 plus 14, 0 plus 14, so this value will be 14 14. This is the gradient at the starting point. Now how to find the inverse of the Hessian matrix? For this first we take the Hessian matrix, and it is to find the inverse, it is x, I think it is 2 0 0 2. This is the Hessian matrix. Okay, so to find the inverse, you already know this method actually. Inverse means to find, how to find an inverse. First we will take the cofactor, etc., like that. So you know this math thing, just I'm doing it like this. Transpose you can take 2 0 0 2, it will be this, and then you will divide it by the determinant of this Hessian matrix. So what is the determinant? Well, it is 4. So if you find the inverse, it will be 1 by 4, and the transpose of that 2 0 0 2, what it will be? It will be 1 by 2 0 and 0 1 by 2. So this value we will use here in this formula, and this value we will use in the formula. So I am writing the second next point like this. X1 is 0 0 minus, where is this? X1 is this x1, and it is 0 0. After then minus Hessian matrix of inverse of the Hessian matrix. So I am writing it directly here, this, and then the gradient, it is 14. Okay, so you understand how to use the formula this way. Now you solve this. What you will get here, 0 0 minus, you will multiply these two matrices. You know this very well how to do it. You will get 7 7. This multiply this with this, multiply this with this, okay, then multiply this with this and this with this, so 7 by 7 you will get. Now you subtract these two matrices, you will get this. So that's why in higher mathematics matrices are so much important. So ultimately you got the second point is this. So this method is telling you that your minimum will be somewhere here if you will go at -7 and 7. So at this point you have come. Newton's method is saying that your minimum may be here at this point. So let's see that if the minimum exists here itself, or we will have to go to some next point or more. So for that we check. How we will check? This is the test that you do. What you do in this, that you find the gradient at this next point. So this is your next point, and how you will find that? The gradient equation was 2x1 plus 14. Okay, 2x1 plus 14, 2x2 plus 14. So in this equation you put what? This point is -7 and -7. So how will you do that? You just put in this -7 plus 14, 2 into -7 plus 14. So you will get 0 0 gradient. It means that you are getting what you will getting. Just you can understand this. Suppose your function is this and your gradient is coming 0 0 here. Whenever this kind of thing is coming, it means that that point is minimum. Okay, this formula has been designed this way that when you get this thing, then your point is minimum. Means maximum can be there, but this formula has been designed this way that it will give you the minimum value. And what is the minimum value at this point? We have decided that this is the minimum value. Just put in function -7, 7 equal to, you will put this value here, -7, 7 in this function. You will put -7, 7 if you put, then you will get the value 2. So this is your minimum value. So this way our this method completes here, and you will remember that this is the formula used in Newton's methods: inverse of the Hessian matrix and gradient of the matrix at the current point, and then it will give you the next point. So we end this class here.